Do you shit on this bottle?
It's spaghetti sauce, I think.
I totally just farted, like, if any of you can smell that.
Oh, I can't smell it. It's good, dude.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Couchcast. Today, I'm here with my usual co-host as always, John. How you doing?
Hey guys.
And along with us, we have a special guest this week, couch member and humor extraordinaire, Seth.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Yeah, I feel like really good right now because like we're all sitting in the same like studio. We're not recording over Skype. Right
Yeah.
now, which is great because we don't have to worry about like Skype interruptions or anything.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. And then second of all, we're all on a couch, which is great. The couch.
This is a futon.
It's technically considered under
Yeah,
the couch.
fuck off, John. God, I'm tired of that shit.
But anyway, no, like ideally though, if we were to get a studio, like I would want like the place where we do like the podcast and stuff to be on like a couch.
Yeah.
And then have like mics that have like the arms on them, you know.
Yeah.
And stuff. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Because I like this setup right now. I feel like we're all nice and close, just so the audience know I'm putting my hands around everyone. John's shying away. Seth, he's leaning in for the kiss. We're kissing right now.
Seth is just tucking his tongue in Chris's
No. There was a little tongue action.
Don't put your tongue in Chris's ass, please.
Maybe I'll get to third. Anyway, what's the topic for today, John?
The Singularity.
The Singularity. And in case you don't know, the Singularity pretty much is a point in time when computers become
Commodore 64.
more intelligent than humans and are able to like produce and advance themselves without us.
Yes.
And so like the outcomes of that and all those things are like all up for argument and stuff. But before we get into all that stuff, you know what?
I have an interesting question.
All right.
If the computers develop their own, like...
Save that for later.
Save it for the top.
Okay.
We fucking told
fine.
you.
I don't want to get too hasty. Okay?
Right.
Write it down. Write it in your blood on the wall, please.
Seth's opening up a vein right now with the butter knife.
Guys, it's not enough. I didn't get a period on the end.
What?
I didn't get a period on the end of the sentence, bro.
Oh.
And I'm bleeding out. That's also a bad thing.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about female ovulation.
That would be stupid.
But
I'm not a female, confused. Okay? I'm insulted.
You don't understand the struggle of putting a tampon in your vagina every 28 days? So...
Yeah, but we do. So
we both have vaginas.
Oh,
like we were too nervous. I was too nervous to get a loan, so I had Seth come get one with me as well. It's like when you get a tattoo with like your mates, and you're like, I don't want to get one by myself because then I see
podcast secrets revealed.
No closed doors.
So as you were saying before, I rudely interrupted.
Yeah, you can't. So like, just like, does anyone have anything interesting? Like, how's everyone this week been going?
Did anything cool happen this week?
I know I have definitely
lots of exams, lots of fucking benchmarks.
Well, yeah, I guess this might all be like a good time to discuss. Is that like, I mean, by the time this goes out, like the problem is already solved and everything like that. But like between spooking it at the end of October and like a couple weeks ago, so it was probably like December something. Like 5th or something, when the new Booking It came out, there was like nothing on the channel except for...
yeah.
And basically what that was is, we're all in speech and debate, and we had a bunch of tournaments that just hit us at the same time, and then we also had like footage get lost.
Yeah.
And so it just like, everything hit us at the wrong angle, so we had like no footage. We had no Sims footage, we had no Booking It footage, your computer updated, so you couldn't edit the podcast.
Yep.
Dustin...
No, I downgraded my computer, but
Okay. And then Dustin lost the Minecraft Friday footage, but a lot of that we were able to recover and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, this week I did some live streaming. You know, a little CS:GO, a little Killing Floor. You know, shameless plug.
Killing Floor 2.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's free for the weekend.
Is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, we did it last night. It was pretty fun.
Okay, look, I know I'm gonna sound like a huge nub like doing this. So the free weekends, like that's just like once the free weekend's up, like you no longer have.
You have to purchase.
Yeah,
it.
the that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a trial.
Well, because occasionally, like on Christmas or something, Steam will give you like a free game. Like I know a couple years ago, Steam gave everybody like
Left 4 Dead 2.
Left 4 Dead 2
Yeah,
for free.
that was awesome.
I actually missed that. Like I wasn't on my computer during that time, and then like it didn't give me the option to download it. I was like, well, fuck you, Steam. Okay, so we've also been joined by another guest, Sparky. You might know him from the Sims series. He's in there quite a bit. Anytime you hear any background noise, it's probably Sparky.
He's pretty quiet, but like
his tail is
he
like
doesn't
a
bark
rat
or anything. He's
vibrating.
just fucking loud. Like when he stumbles around, like a.
Well, that and he always wants you to get his ball. Can I say that? Will he get too excited?
Nah, he's fine.
He shoves it in your crotch and is like, please throw my ball for me.
Now he's intrigued.
Here, I'll put my ball next to your balls.
Yeah. He's using.
This is the importance level of this ball to me.
Yeah.
The importance level of your testicles.
Anyways, shameless plug. Twitch.tv/bot40.
Maybe we can do that at the end. Other thing.
Other shameless plug coming at the end of the
Yeah.
podcast. Don't miss it.
Yeah, that's generally when we give people their opportunities to plug. I mean, you're only our second guest.
Well,
but, like we've talked about the format like relentlessly because a weird part about being a nerd is like we have a very limited range of topics to talk about, and so I mean we do. Well, the thing is like, especially like me and you, John. Like I don't play Counter-Strike, or I mean I barely ever fucking play anything anymore ever.
Yeah.
But so I mean we still make conversation, but having the channel is always good because it like bridges gaps and stuff like that. And be like, oh, by the way, I was thinking about doing this, or this is how this is going, and all that kind of stuff, and that's nice.
Yeah.
What did that branch off of? Utah. Oh, because we've talked about the format of the podcast like extensively, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I actually have a story, and this is one of those stories that makes me feel bad as a human being, but I feel like you might find it entertaining.
Okay.
So, it's not going to start off entertaining.
Okay.
And I'm going to let you know you might be a little confused at first, but just hear me out. All right.
Okay.
So, one of my mom's friends just recently found out that he had a tumor in his spine. Stage 4 cancer.
Okay.
Okay.
Good way to start it.
Yeah, that's why I had to preface it, right? And so, her friend... Okay, so how it works is, like, she has my aunt, right, who is, like, her best friend in the world, you know, but she's not technically my aunt, but whatever, what the fuck. And then the man who has cancer right now is my aunt's ex-husband, but they were still a little close and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he was, like, a big role model in my life because it was, like, between divorces and, like, right before I moved, and he kind of came in and, like, helped me out. For a while, and so he was a cool guy, and I really do love him more than like.
I love your finger waving constantly.
Yeah.
I'm illustrating this point to you. Anyway, so he has stage 4 cancer, right? They found it in his spine, right, which means he's probably gonna get fucked up, not be able to walk or anything, or he will be, but extensive surgery and all that stuff. So his wife. Or his ex-wife, right, my mom's best friend, goes out to go visit him, take care of him, because luckily he's a veteran, right? So he gets to go to the VA and stuff.
Ooh, VA, so useful.
Yeah, so the VA, the VA is stupid, but we know this, and so his ex-wife, my mom's best friend, goes there to make sure that they're treating him properly, and then he's getting his attention and stuff. But it's kind of a stressful job and those kind of things, so. My mom goes down there to help her out and stuff, and I'm at home all by myself. And, like, it's really sad that he has cancer and everything.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, I'm a teenager, and I still have teenager needs. So...
Give me money.
No. Here's what is my mom calls me up, and she's like, okay, Christian, okay, we're gonna, Dave, that's his name. He's coming to. You're gonna be able to talk to him and all that stuff. I'm like, okay. She's like, I'll call you like in an hour or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, I get it. And then I start doing something else. And I'm like, I've got time. And so I look. We all have needs, and I felt the need to fulfill my needs
I felt the need to fulfill my need.
Right then and there. John, you just kicked the fucking
It's
stand.
fine.
Anyway, so I'm on my computer. I'm watching porn, full volume.
I can see where this is going.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, boom, phone rings, hand on dick, bounce. And like, I'm like, fuck, you know, I like throw myself out of my chair into my jeans, like I'm pulling them up, like I'm trying not to zip up my dick.
Well, why? You could just turn the volume off and you're fine.
Did we just turn on your TV?
John, go turn it off!
What the fuck? How did we...
We'll just edit this out.
How did we turn on your TV?
I don't know. Maybe it was on. Maybe it was paused and then it unpaused. That happens sometimes. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties.
John, that was very immature.
Thank you.
Yeah. Come on. Okay, so you were
All right,
jerking off and then you stopped.
Yeah. So I pull on my pants, all that kind of thing, and I and I pick up the phone, and it's like, hey. I was like, hey, and I was just, you know, we started talking. And he's like, are you okay? You're breathing really heavily right now. I was like, you know, it's just, I took a shit.
I took a shit. Sorry.
Like, but look, he's like, no, I mean, like, you're just breathing really heavily. He's like, you know, I was just walking around my house. It's been kind of out of breath.
Taking it.
Are you Mr. Beals now?
Yeah, because it makes me sound like really fucking fat. And I'm like, oh god, this is horrible. But whatever, the phone conversation was brief, but I just thought that was humorous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think other things of you, Christian. What were you doing?
Chris, I see a picture of you recently. You're not that fat. Stop lying to me.
Well, you know, speaking of the whole cancer thing, like, this is kind of a weird story. It's like, so I'm at home or whatever, and it's like really late. It's probably like 10 or 11.
And
my mom
find a tumor on your dick.
I found a tumor on my desk. Ah! Get out of here, cancer!
Shoot.
No, but okay. So it's really late, and my mom has been gone all day. She hasn't told me anything, and so I'm like sitting there. I'm just like, okay. And then my mom walks in the door, and we're just like I just like make merry conversation with her.
They're like shooting the breeze.
Yeah, and then I like bring up where she's been gone all day. He's like, I'm like, Mom, where have you been all day? He's like, oh, your grandma has cancer.
Oh my god!
I was like,
what the hell?
I was like, Mom, was this an appropriate? Like, come on, when were you gonna tell me this? You've been gone all day. She's like, well,
like if you didn't question it, she wouldn't have told you.
Yeah.
Like she would have waited until like the funeral and been like,
yeah.
by the way, grandma had cancer.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
She's survived it and everything, and she's a trooper. So, yeah, you know, I love her to death.
Is this Techno Grandma?
No, not techno. This is my at like Grandma Mary, like
The one that like is super like church goer.
yeah, but
Yeah.
she's cool all around. She'll
The
do
one that
stuff.
we could go walk to her house right now.
Yeah, like actually, that brings up another thing. Like, okay, so I went to go visit my grandma in Phoenix, and she was like, she had been doing really badly. In terms of health. And, like, she was really weak all the time, and she was always making excuses why we couldn't go out. And I was like, this is probably a depressing story or whatever, but
No,
just
bring
bear
it
with
on.
me. Just
The
bear-
podcast is not like strictly humor.
Yeah, so
I guess, yeah.
so I'm like, so I'm just, you know, going with it, whatever. I'm hanging out with my grandma and having a good time. I don't care if we go anywhere or anything. I'm not going to be, like, materialistic about it. So...
It's not the right choice of words, but alright.
Whatever. Anyway, so after we're done, and we're like coming back from Phoenix, I asked my mom, and I was like, my mom, she keeps passively aggressively bringing up my grandma, like, cause like she felt like, okay, I'm just gonna skip to it. My grandma apparently had been taking her medication with alcohol.
Oh yeah, you
so
were
she
telling
was,
me this story.
Yeah, so she was really weak and everything, and she was doing it to herself, and so she was like, and Mom was like, well, we just went down there, you know, to check on her and everything, and you know, it was really depressing, like, and I just feel like sometimes my mom, she protects me from things that I don't need to be protected from. I can understand if someone's having health problems, and even if it is their fault. I'm not going to lose respect in you if you have a problem with your health and it's your fault. I mean, even if you are making it bad for yourself. I just want to help you, if anything.
You know what, Seth?
What?
That story made me want to take alcohol with my medication.
Thank you very much. He's like,
Yeah.
he's you're like,
I agree with that.
you're like, you have like vitamin gummy bears, and you're like, vodka down the hatch.
Oh, Flintstones and a shot of Fireball.
God damn it.
Way to flip that one.
Yeah, we get real every once in a while here on Burger's Wonderful Couch.
Yeah.
No, actually, I'm looking around your room and I'm like, if I had a studio, I think this is actually what our studio would look like. There would just be posters and like shit everywhere. I love the color green that it, like your walls are painted and everything. Like this would be like,
Even if they're not good games.
no, I just like having like the posters
And the
around.
big ass fucking Jeff Dunham poster behind us. All hail Lord Dunham.
I had never actually that's been there forever, but I've never looked at that before.
You haven't?
No.
I spent
Okay.
time in this room just staring.
There's a
at
good
it.
story behind that one as well. So we were at my grandma's house, and she has a bunch of bums living off of her.
It's so bad.
Like her house is a hospice, or like
Like they're living there
No.
while not paying when they could be working and paying her for rent,
all right.
kind of deal. So my brother and I are just like sitting out on the porch, and Bob, this freeloader guy, comes up to
You
us.
probably shouldn't like name them.
Who gives a fuck? They're freeloaders.
There's a
They can
million
name-
Bobs in this world, and plus I don't think he's gonna find this on YouTube. Anyway,
Look, he might be in an internet cafe one day,
he's like,
trying to pull off his bumness for a hipsterness.
yeah, he has like a scarf. He's like, huh, I did not enjoy this podcast. Deleted.
What the fuck? He also
Deleted
hacked our YouTube
from
account.
the internet.
Hipsters
I'm
are
taking it
smart,
down
dude.
from the cloud.
Anyway, so we're sitting out there, and Bob comes up with this big ass fucking Jeff Dunham poster, and my brother asks about it. He's like, "Hey, where'd you get that?" I'm like, "Killen, please don't fucking ask him for this." And so my brother, because like I don't like Jeff Dunham. Obviously, he's a good ventriloquist, but I just think his jokes are stale sometimes. So I'm just
I
sitting
think
there.
he's a very low-hanging fruit comedian.
Yeah.
And like when I was a kid, like I loved Jeff Dunham because he was fucking hilarious. But like, I understand that his humor isn't the most educated thing in the world.
Yeah, it's good for when you're like, you just want to
Hi.
slum around and stuff. Yeah, okay. Yeah, hi guys.
Yeah.
Hello.
Anyway, so I'm like, Killen, please don't ask about the fucking poster. And then all of a sudden, Bob's like, hey, you want this poster? Killen's like, yeah! And I'm like, fuck! So now, this thing's fucking huge. Where are we gonna hang this? And so my brother's like, oh, we'll just hang it on this back wall. Like, right behind where I play video games. And I'm like, thanks, Killen. Thanks for the fucking Jeff Dunham poster I have to look at every day.
I have this perfect mental image of just Bob walking in being like, want a poster? Killen being like, yeah! And then you being like, fuck!
We talked about this, Killen.
I just kind
Damn it, Killen.
Look, Killen, look, Killen, look at me. Do not ask that man about the poster. Killen.
Sparky!
What are they barking at?
They bark at everything, dude. Somebody could be walking down the street with their kid. They'd be like, you fucking trying to kill us, dude?
Okay, it's just like, Killen, Jazzy, I need you to look at me. I need you to look at me. Do not ask that man about his Jeff Dunham poster. Hey, do you want this poster? Yeah! Fuck Killen! God! Fuck, you have one job! One job, Killen! Fuck!
Man, it's,
Sorry, I was
So
trying
now-
to make an anime.
I just try to.
I know.
I just try to
Yeah,
keep
you
it.
knew what I was doing
Yes.
immediately.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now I just try to keep it out of my mind, just not think about it while it's glaring me over.
Yeah, it's like, no, I'm not going to make that reference, because what the fuck. I was going to make a Great Gatsby reference, but neither of you have read The Great Gatsby.
I want to, though. I
I
want to see the
read like
movie,
a
especially.
shitty abridged version of it.
It's a good movie. I was just going to make a reference, because there's like this poster in The Great Gatsby that's like on a billboard, and it's like just this guy's spectacles, and kind of like haunts over the entire town. It's strange. I'm going to drink water, because I just like yelled a bunch.
I'm gonna drink water to awkwardly preface, or to awkwardly
I was hoping that you guys would like talk in the wake of it, but instead you just make fun of me because apparently that's how this fucking goes.
Yeah, it is. Why
they say there's no honor among thieves, but there's also no honor amongst YouTubers, nerds.
You just made a shitty joke. Just gonna drink the water and get rid of the embarrassment.
Gonna cleanse my palate of that shit I just spewed.
I thought it was a good reference.
Damn it.
Like, there's probably one guy in the audience like, that was a good reference. I got you.
Great Gatsby is like one of my favorite books. Anyway. You have anything to say, Joe? All right. I think we might be ready to just go straight into the topic.
I don't know if anything cool happened this week. I thought something did.
Play video games.
Play video games. New update came out for Counter-Strike.
Oh my god.
Oh, you guys were raving about that new gun or whatever.
The R8 revolver.
Yeah.
It was so OP. Now it's just a piece of shit.
Did they nerf it already?
Yes.
Yeah,
It took them,
literally like 2 days after that came out.
2 days. They're like, we realized we done fucked
We
up.
fucked up.
We fucked up hard. We'll just make this a piece of crap like the deal.
Yeah. So.
Well, deal's not bad, but
It's standard. So I think it's about time that we
okay.
transition into topic. All right. So, singularities, robots, computers, Terminators, all those good kind of things. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Just start naming off robot movies. Like,
RoboCop,
Wall-E, RoboCop. You getting these? Come on.
You getting there? Are you taking
Write them down.
Okay, welcome with the Robot Class 101. Okay, first of all, Wall-E, best robot movie of all. I do love Wall-E.
Dude, it was a good movie.
Yeah,
it's not like
MLG.
like you can't really compare this, but RoboCop I think is just a classic. I know, but they're both robot movies.
RoboCop is like one of my favorite action movies.
Technically, he's half human, half robot.
No, he's like all robot. He's like so little.
Well, I mean,
the only thing really left of him is like.
Well, then why did they make him into a robot? It was just gonna be like
no, because what happened is that like they needed someone that no one like cared about, and so when this cop got like shot up, they said like his body was like left in. I'm probably getting this fucking wrong, but basically just like they're like we can use this guy because who gives a fuck, whatever, even though he has a wife and kid, whatever.
For like moral reasons.
Yeah, it's like it is kind of like a question of morality, and then they make him into a robot, but they don't like he doesn't know who he is or anything like that.
Speaking of morality, since you just brought it up and we were talking about it just now.
Yeah. So your question that you had.
My question that I had was if robots can get smart enough to gain intelligence. Would they gain morals as well? Because humans have morals.
Well, that's like a thing is because like there is. What do you consider intelligence? Like willingness or like ability to create thought? I
think intelligence more of is just awareness of your own being. So like
that's sentient.
Well, sentience. Well, I mean,
but sentience and intelligence aren't necessarily connected.
Well,
because like a computer could become sentient long before it could become intelligent.
Well, that's what I'm saying is like if you're sentient, you're self-aware.
Yeah. Or actually, I meant other way around.
Yeah.
It can become intelligent long before it's sentient.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but then what's the motivation for a robot to kill
not
efficiency.
Yeah, efficiency, inefficiency, all those kind of things.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So they kill off humans because they feel it's more efficient.
And it's not necessarily that they kill off humans, it's just that they sort of become gods to us. The idea is they get smart enough so they can like get smarter themselves, and they continue to get smarter and smarter and smarter and smarter to the point where they're so advanced that we can't even understand them.
Yeah. It's like
they essentially move into the realm of the gods.
Like I was watching there's these PBS hosts this YouTube channel called The Good Stuff. And it has one of my YouTuber I like called Wheezy Waiter. But they did a thing about the singularity. And basically there's 3 predicted outcomes to a singularity event occurring. So we have of course the robot opposition. The robot realizes that we're inefficient and they will profit better without us, so they exterminate us, right? And then we have the kind of a human mergence where humans realize the power of computers and robots and all those kind of things, and so we integrate that into ourselves. So that's where you start getting like cyborgs and stuff like that. And so we just use technology as a way to just so instead of technology evolving separately from us, we hop on the bandwagon and now become like interconnected and evolve together.
Kind of like Deus Ex.
Yeah, kind of. Have you ever seen there's a movie called Transcendence?
No.
It's about it has Johnny Depp, and it's basically he uploads his entire consciousness onto a computer and that kind of thing. So that's the kind of thing that would happen. And then you have the third one, which is computers become sentient, humans are sentient, and we just coexist together.
Yeah, that's kind of thing is like damn, I just had it. Oh my god. So like damn. I really just had it and it's gone. Oh my god. Okay, okay. I got it now. So really the question really the outcomes have to do with questioning humanity. Like what will become of humanity? So like
yeah, that's all humans care about.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck about anything else.
So I think the second
anthropocentrism.
I think the second outcome is really really unlikely because people will question the morality and the humanity of turning yourself into a robot.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, and so I think it's gonna gain a lot of opposition. There's gonna be so many groups like humanitarians.
Like, on a moral level, I don't even know where I would side in that. I don't know if I would ever be willing to turn myself into a robot. But like, I don't know. Would you, John? Like,
maybe I get like some robot legs or something.
No, I mean more so like you become robot, those kind of things. Like you use technology and it's integrated with you, and you pretty much become not biological anymore.
So I don't mean to spoil anything, but Fallout 4 really touches on this.
All right, spoiler. Anybody, if you've not played Fallout 4 to the point, what point are you in? Are you like over halfway through the game?
Like, okay, once you get to Diamond City, you learn about them, so it's really not that much of a spoiler.
If you've not gotten to Diamond City yet, then you could. I don't know. John will put an annotation or something.
No, just stop or don't be a bitch.
Yeah.
Anyway,
just skip like a minute ahead.
So anyway,
do that. Just listen. Just turn our video off. Exile fucking YouTube or don't be a crying bitch.
All right.
Those are your two fucking options.
I don't, John. I don't agree.
I don't give a fuck.
All right, go.
Okay,
Seth.
So it really kind of Fallout 4 really touches on this subject in a way to where there's this faction called the Institute, and they're a bunch of really high-ranking scientists who create robots in the likeness of humans, and then those robots abduct humans and basically take their place in the world. So it kind of touches on the subject to where you meet this character called Nick Valentine, who they uploaded the consciousness, probably by accident or something, of like a 1950s detective, and it's pretty cool. He's a really cool guy.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well.
And if you become friends with him and say a lot of good things about synths and shit, he'll be like, I really don't know who I am because I've been a robot. Like I know I'm a robot. I know I'm a synth, but I also know I'm supposed to be this guy from the 1950s, this detective. So it's kind of the question where will your robot, like if I upload my consciousness into a robot and basically become a robot, will I question my own identity based on that? Because
I think there would definitely be a sense of like identity loss, because it's like when you take away factors like when you become a robot, you don't have to eat anymore. You don't have to worry about any biological functions anymore. You don't have to worry about death really. And I think when you kind of remove those things from humanity, humans especially, you will lose a definite sense of identity, because I mean a lot of purpose in life, and this is going to get really deep and stuff, but I feel a lot of purpose in life comes from the fact that you die. A lot of motivation and stuff is for living is the fact that you die. And so I believe that if you become a robot, there's definitely a sense of like identity that would be lost, because like everything besides computers, right, their main goal is computing and efficiency, and no animal species or anything like that. I mean, they focus on efficiency, some of them, but the primary goal for any species ever is just to survive, right?
Due to evolution and adaptations in their genetics, which we learn about in biology, coming in here, guys, with some knowledge, hardcore knowledge. Anyway,
Oh shit! Where'd you
because
go?
of evolution, nature sort of creates its own efficiency. Ecosystems understand what's mostly efficient through evolution and through this evolutionary chain. So we end up becoming efficient just on our own. But because computers are programmed to be efficient, that ends up becoming their main goal, and they end up striving for it even at the detriment of their own ecosystem.
Yeah. So like, that's what my thing is, like, species, like any species, like, is concerned. Its primary goal is survival. And so the question is, when you have a species that no longer has to worry about survival, what becomes their purpose? I mean, considering that they're sentient and that they're intelligent and stuff, if they form rational thought, what real purpose would they find themselves to have? Like,
Yeah.
it's all up in the air.
Dude, I just got to point this out. I
Yeah.
love your beard rubbing right now.
It's
so
the entire
philosophical.
thing,
Just so, like, I can imagine you as a philosopher just like, what if robots became human?
Yeah, well, okay, so anybody who's wondering what I'm talking about, like, I have a lot of facial hair compared to the rest of the couch members.
Yeah.
And I just recently shaved my beard because I want to let it grow in some
Looks
more.
like a fucking baby.
But like I still have like really thick chops because I like the 1970s kind of look. And I've just been, ever since we started talking about this, I started stroking my chops, and Seth is just in love. No, so a big, but you know, I think we're jumping too far ahead in here. Do you believe that an event like the Singularity will happen?
No. And the main reason is because I think that people are really optimistic for technological advance. So there will be a real big risk. And it's kind of like with what happened with GMOs. Is like, we'll make that jump, and then everybody won't be ready for it. And then they'll go against it. They'll say, like, say the very first person uploads their consciousness into a robot.
Though that is not necessarily the Singularity. You don't have to upload a consciousness.
Well, I mean, still,
they don't even have to be sentient. They just have to be able to make themselves smarter.
Yeah, they need to be able to reach a point higher.
They have to be able to make themselves smarter or replicate themselves into something new that is smarter.
Okay, have you seen War Games?
Yes, I love that movie.
Have you seen War Games?
No.
Okay,
We should watch that.
Basically, a technological scientist creates a computer simulation that's able to run simulations for battle zones. So, like, if you wanted, like, or no, it's able to play games with you, but it can do that.
Well, it's created as a tactics like machine to help the military, but the way that they originally tested it is by having games like tic-tac-toe and chess and thing to calculate probabilities and things like that. And what basically happens is that back in the 1980s, you know, where it was more feasible, Matthew Broderick, who I don't know what his character's name is, accidentally hacks into the military computers, and he's looking through the list of games because he mistakes it for a game company that he was trying to hack into, and he finds what he believes to be a game called thermonuclear warfare.
Global thermonuclear.
Yeah, and so he plays it, and he doesn't understand what's going on, but what he really is launch a simulation for global warfare. But what happens is that the computer bypasses the simulation aspect and actually starts protocol to launch these warheads, but no one knows about it, and just the entire movie ensues about him trying to
stop the computer from nuking. Yeah. So what if a scientist makes that jump and creates a sort of a AI that can make itself smarter, or that it can, but it's really slow. Like, it's not like it'll advance so far that we can't control it. People will start going against that and opposing that, and eventually it'll become such a risk that people will just eventually say, I don't want this technology, I'm done with it. So it's more of that our world, yes, we do love technology and we love that sort of thing, but if, like what would happen with GMOs...
So what you're pretty much saying here is that there's only so far that we can go with technology before we say, this is getting too far, we need to stop.
Yeah, which is what happened with GMOs. And GMOs don't even necessarily affect the food, they more affect the environment.
But we still haven't stopped GMOs. They're still everywhere.
But I think
they're
like,
more of a regulation on them.
The existential risks of like the Singularity are kind of not even really on the same fields of like GMOs.
We'll end up having something that is... We'll end up going too far and making something basically control us or kill us either way.
Yeah.
The problem with your logic, though, Seth, is that so there's always going to be at least somebody who's like, you know what, I don't care, like one of the scientists or whatever, the technician, whatever the fuck, they're going to be like, that's fucking bullshit. I've been working for this my entire life, and then, like... There's just gonna be, in some way, I feel like it's inevitable that it will continue. In some way, it will inevitably continue. Like, somehow the computer gets turned back on in some such way, or something, and then continues to make it smarter to the point where we can't stop it.
There's always going to be someone out there that wants to recreate the Borg from Star Trek.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying... I'm not saying it's not like inevitable, but the inevitability is very unlikely.
I think, like, more so what I want to argue is, like, what do you think, like, the possibility, like, physically this is of happening? Because I think a lot of scientists agree that this can happen. Like, that it is possible.
Yeah. That's sort of the thing, is that we're aware that this can happen. And so I think that it comes back to my argument that, you know, we'll end up not taking risks because of how aware we are that this might happen. So
I actually read, because I wrote a paper about the Singularity, because we've been meaning to do this podcast for a long time.
Yeah.
And it came up and was like, well, I'm just going to do a paper on it, so I'm well informed. And I read a lot of the works of Ray Kurzweil. If you know anything about the Singularity, you know about Ray Kurzweil. He's like essentially the biggest Singularity supporter in the world. And he predicts the Singularity to occur by 2045. Now, I don't believe in this estimate. I believe that 30 years is kind of like a huge, like way too soon to estimate. But his basic reasoning for that is that there's a lot of, and this kind of plays into the second world scenario, where there's a lot of like bio computing that has been coming around in the last like couple decades and so. Yeah. Things like using genetic proteins to be able to make self-building computers and self-repairing computers.
Oh wow!
That are so basically they use these genes and they genetically code these proteins to be created with a lining so that they can like a metallic lining on the outside so that it can conduct, and basically the proteins with the DNA coding are able to build themselves and repair themselves, like so they can create a computer in a test tube, which is really interesting.
Wow, I've never even knew that was even possible.
Yeah, so it was really interesting to read about, and there's also stuff like actually using physical DNA itself to do computing. They've been working on that, and there's like just there's eons and eons of things using the rotation of electrons within atoms on a fucking molecular level.
Yeah, I know a bit about that. I watched a video on it.
Yeah, it's really fucking cool, and so that kind of plays into the second universe thing. And he says because of things like that, and because of he says right now, I think it's something like the average computer runs at about can do about, I think it's like 4.3 times 10 to the 14th computations per second, right? And
that's
hear me out. That's a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot.
And throughout his studies, he's able to, and he rounded up that the human brain, based off of its primary functions, runs at about like 19 or 10 times, or no, it's 10 to the 19th power CPU calculations per second, which is only like 5 powers. I mean, that's quite a large number. But have you ever heard of Watson?
Watson.
Yes.
IBM's Watson.
Yeah.
IBM's Watson beat 2 all-time Jeopardy champions in a game of Jeopardy. And how Watson works is by using the English language and word association. So, like when I say NVIDIA, you know, the kind of words that get associated with it are graphics, gaming, you know, computers, those kind of things. And like it goes through any kind of words, all the words that would be associated with it, the kind of meanings and things it would, and through that, when you ask it questions, it pieces together the meaning and can put together an answer. And it runs at about I think 10 to the 16th CPS. No, 10 to the, I believe it's something like 10 to the 13th or something. It's really it's really close to like that number. And so he's like saying with like the way that technology is evolving, that the possibility of a computer being able to function as well as the human brain is actually coming very quickly. But there are a lot of logical like inaccuracies and things. He does a lot of assuming that the current amount of money being put into computers is going to stay the same, and that's something that he relies heavily on. Because very quickly we're approaching the point where we can't fit any more transistors onto motherboards
Onto the same space.
so they can only have a certain amount of power. But then of course that's where all the molecular and biocomputing and stuff comes in. But like
that doesn't actually help that much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like
what that does. Yeah, okay.
I think
talk about that later.
It's definitely like possible. Like I definitely think it could happen. I don't think we're gonna see it until maybe, I would say, 2115. I would say it's probably 100 years from now. I think.
Well, yeah. Technology's been going really fast, and so.
Actually, I've been reading up on it. Right now, we are actually in the slowest point of technological innovation within like the last like 50 years or something.
I think it's because I feel
like that number may not be accurate because it's probably just based off like percentages.
Well, yeah, I think.
And now that there's just so much shit around now.
Like, do both of you know what Moore's law is?
Yes.
Moore's law is basically says the number of transistors, basically the computer's ability to think, will double every 2 years. So that Moore's law has been holding true since like the 60s when it came out. And like we are just now reaching the point in time where Moore's law is starting to drip off. So, yeah, that kind of disproves a lot of Kurzweil's kind of things.
Yeah. I can't remember. John, what are your thoughts on this? You haven't been talking.
Yeah, you haven't.
Well, okay. What
were you gonna say?
I don't know. Normally, you just steamroll, and I'm like, okay, well, I forgot.
Well, I'm stumped, honestly. I mean, this is amazing.
So,
I've never heard of it. So,
I feel like I should give some sort of elaboration on the thing about the electrons on molecular levels.
Yeah.
All computers do that. All computers tell, because in an electron, technically, one side is slightly more negative than the other.
Mm-hmm.
So all computer transistors read which side is up, and that's the ones and zeros in binary code.
Mm.
So what a quantum computer does is
quantum computers are really interesting.
What they do is based on percentages of like I don't know exactly how it works, but it's really weird. Somehow they can from how I think it's how long it takes it to decide on, like, you can't measure electron not like on one of the exact sides. You can't measure it part way for some reason. I don't know why, but I think it's how much time it takes for it to measure it. They tell at what position it was, like it.
Yeah, because they can't measure where it's at currently. They can only measure where it was.
Yes. So they can tell what position it was at, and therefore, through that, create several more options. So you can eventually have like 2s and 3s and 4s and 5s and 6s and 7s and 8s and all kinds of things.
It allows for
But the thing is, in normal everyday computing, that's actually slower to compute that way.
Yeah.
It only works in like if you're trying to calculate some massive number like 10 to the 4 millionth power. That's the only time it's ever going to come in like useful.
Actually, you want to know something interesting? I think I read this somewhere because a lot of people ask like, why does Bitcoin hold any currency? Like, what does the mining for Bitcoin do? I actually read up and I'm pretty sure now. Quote or tell me if I'm wrong. It's used for calculating algorithms that are going towards things like cancer research.
Are they?
Yes, and I think that's...
I just knew it was algorithms. I didn't know what they were for.
And I think that's why they started gaining like currency, because people were like, yeah, I support this. I'll accept those kind of things.
Well, is there any evidence that it's actually used for that, or is it just?
No, I don't even know if that's what it's really used for. I think I just read that somewhere. I was pretty sure, but like we should.
I was on the Onion, and I just.
But no, I just like the concept of that, of just like the most humane kind of currency, like something that has actual, like a currency that has actual value.
It's a currency based on how moral you are.
Yeah. And that's cool. Except the only
Except
thing...
for you can just buy it
with
money.
And the thing about like Bitcoin is that like the inflation is fucking rapid.
Yeah.
But that kind of concept is cool, and I would be interested in further like finding more currencies that you could, systems that you could base off of morality rather than materialism. But then again, I guess currency is kind of inherently linked to materialism.
Yeah, but there's like that thing in Doctor Who. They go to this place where there's no money. Money is valuable things to you.
Yeah.
So, like, how much you love it is how much it's worth.
Yeah.
Which I don't even understand how that works.
Just
but
love something a lot.
They have a meter. They go, oh shit, you love this exactly.
Not enough to buy this.
So they needed to rent like a scooter thing or whatever. You probably know this. Have you seen this episode? It's like the sun god thing.
Just keep talking.
So yeah. She gives him a ring, and she just, like, looks at it, and she's like, yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
It's like, what the okay, how does this work? But that's, like, a system that it sort of goes along the lines. It's not a system based on, like, materiality. It's based on, like, how much will you give
it's based
up
on,
to get this item.
What is it called? Sentimental value.
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's what I really like about Doctor Who is it explores realms of existence through different perspectives. So like, how does
every once in a while it does.
Yeah.
Most of the time it's just like, is Amy gonna fuck the doctor?
Yeah. Really? Jeez. But the ones I've seen, like that, there was this one. Have you seen the episode where they go to the library? And
I've seen.
It's the one with the angels, right? The ones that.
There's a lot of weeping angel ones.
Oh, there's.
I thought you were gonna refer to the one where the shadow.
Yeah, the shadow.
Yeah, the shadow.
That one was really cool.
I can't think of the name of the episode, but there's this.
Well, I've seen all of the new generation. I haven't seen the old ones.
The old ones are cool. There's this episode, and it's one of the David Tennant episodes, and it's known as like one of the better ones, where it's like, there's a girl living through the fireplace. He can see another universe.
I don't like that episode.
I like it. Through the fireplace, he can see another universe. And in that universe, he meets a small girl, and he talks to her. But he finds out that anytime he looks away or anytime he leaves the room.
No, it's not a different universe. It's just back in time.
Oh, okay.
It's back in.
But
it's an actual. It was a real lady in history.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It was like in 1849 or something.
Was it every time he looked away or every time he left?
The timelines did not travel well. Like, they didn't travel together in any sort of thing. So him looking away for 1 second could be 10 years to her.
Yeah. Or
him staying there for 10 minutes could be 1 second to her. They didn't have any correlation.
Yeah.
So what ends up happening is you can say it if you want.
Yeah, so basically what ends up happening is that he keeps going through the scenario, and he'll look away or whatever, and he sees this little girl go from little girl to grown up to old person to dead.
No, he actually never sees her as dead person.
Well, no, but she's gone.
Yeah. What happens is he goes back. He's like, okay, we're going to, like, do some shit. He's like, give me 1 second. He goes to the fireplace, grabs something real fast, and is back within, like, a minute, and it's been 40 years. She's dead.
Oh my God.
It's like, it's kind of sad.
Yeah, it's really sad.
But
I didn't like that episode.
Yeah. But, Doctor Who does explore a lot of good, like, things like that.
Yeah, I didn't really. I watched a lot of the first season and a little bit of the second season, but there was that episode where they go to where the Earth is going to die, and then they're auctioning it off to like different very rich people.
Oh, when they go into the future. Is that the episode where he goes in the future with
I
Rose?
think that's the second episode where there's the skin lady.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, don't remind me.
She's the last human.
She's the
alive.
last pure human or whatever.
Oh,
when she's
God.
a piece of stretched skin.
I had forgotten
Is it
about
that episode?
Yeah.
Yeah, she goes
They're
to
not. What they're doing is like
Doesn't
they're
it also
gonna
have to,
kill
like,
the
this-
Earth, and you're just like buy tickets to watch it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought they were auctioning.
No. That would be a cool topic too. But no, basically the Earth's going to be like blown up or whatever.
The sun is expanding. Like, so I guess the Earth would naturally have just left. But they held the Earth in place, and like so the sun could expand to take it over or something.
Well, the sun would expand and take it over anyway.
But no, apparently like they
But
explain it somehow, but it would actually like through something have like moved away.
All right.
But they put it back, so they
Oh my
can
God.
watch the Earth die.
Oh my god. Bunch of,
Yeah. That's
Wow, what a
There
bunch
was
of
nobody on the
assholes.
planet.
What a bunch of assholes.
The planet had already been cleared out.
no, but
Oh
it,
yeah, but still, they're a bunch
was-
of assholes. They're like, hey, you know all the people that lived here and all the memories that they created. Let's destroy
burn it.
all that. Yeah,
Let's throw it in the
destroy
sun.
all that.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think we're slowly working our way off the topic. I think
Yeah.
it's our time to just do some closing thoughts.
Sentient mechanical people.
Right,
That's
and
good
then
stuff.
Comment whether or not you think the singularity will happen.
I don't know. If
So wait, what is current standing? I think it'll happen. Like, I think inevitably that's going to happen.
No, I think inevitably it's going to happen too. I think it's I don't think it's going to happen for at least another 100 years.
I don't have any like estimate on it.
I think that there's, I don't know. I think I think it's likely that it won't, but there's also
You
a good
just
chance
you
that it will.
believe that the human race will be able to
catch it before it gets
Yeah.
too far.
All right. Well, if you're
And the singularity isn't necessarily a bad thing.
no, like I said, there's 3 different paths, 2 of which are fairly good for
Well,
us.
yeah, but
Yeah.
usually if something immoral happens, people are gonna jump on it.
Yeah.
That's my logic.
Yeah. So go ahead and just if you have something to contribute, just feel free to.
I feel like, you know how Americans were so much later to stop the GMOs?
Yeah.
I feel like we're gonna fuck that up for everyone. We're gonna be like, we don't need to stop it, and
Yeah.
then it's gonna get too far. And then
Yeah, like
we're
Europe's
done.
like, oh no, don't fucking start me with this.
Like
singularity
robot
shit.
fucking-
We're like, dude, they're already here, bro.
Robots take over America, then you.
We don't
And
even
then
know.
they're like, well, fuck. Every other country's like, well, we're done.
Yeah.
Like Michael Jackson comes back from the dead as a synth, and everybody's just like, I like Michael Jackson, so.
Yes, that will happen. Oh my god.
The computers, they know. Okay, I think
Oh
that's
my
okay.
God.
We're gonna get into the donut, so let's just take a pause. That was. I feel like that's actually gonna be really long.
That was pretty
episode.
intense,
Yep.
dude.
That was quite. That's kind of what I wanted though. Is like from the get go, I wanted to have some really nice more in depth discussion.
Some at your house before D&D discussions kind of thing.
Yeah. No, that was after D&D.
After
No, that was
D&D.
before.
Yeah, it was the night before, and we
Yeah.
just got
Oh,
really
yeah.
tired, and we were just like,
Tired.
time.
Shh. There might be superiors watching this.
Superiors?
I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I feel it just feels really nice to have a nice educational topic about it, and I think it still stayed pretty humorous at times.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we didn't make it really bland and just be like, oh well, this would technically happen. Ho ho ho!
Oh.
Rub my mustache.
None of us have mustaches.
I wish Manny was here.
I mean, I'll grow mine out really quick.
yeah, on
Careful, don't shit.
Oh, well, that'll be my mustache.
Oh god, no, please.
Yeah. So this is the end. Done.
This is the
Yeah.
end.
No, I just want to do let's just have a little bit more. I don't know. So we're this is the beginning of a really long recording day for us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna be getting out a lot of footage that we're gonna be recording today. We're gonna be doing some Sims. We're gonna be doing a new series.
If we can, we might be doing 2 new series.
2 new series.
Oblivion.
Oh, yeah.
We
all
need to
right.
fucking do that!
I can do it.
Yeah. So we might. So probably do like we're gonna be doing a lot of recording today, and so we'll see what we'll get done. And like I just, we came back from this gap.
I'm ready.
There was a small period of
in.
time that you thought we might just fall apart.
I know, I was really afraid. That's happened to me many a time. Like, I get into a nice groove, and then, like, something happens, and I can't put out a video for a couple weeks or something, and then it just dies.
Yeah. So, like, I'm glad that we toughed through that.
Yeah.
So,
And you guys too.
Yeah. No.
We appreciate it.
Yeah. Actually, we, as soon as I started uploading it, like, we still have, like, a really steady viewership and everything like that. Like, you guys are
That's
awesome.
nice.
Like,
I love you.
you're awesome.
Stay cool. Let me suck your dick.
All right. So Seth, before we leave, just give us a shout out of everything that you do, all the things that you want everyone to see.
I'm gonna be live streaming because
Like all week. Oh, like all Christmas.
Yeah, I'll try. Okay, well, I'll try to live stream even during school, but I'm gonna be studying for finals and shit, so it's gonna be pretty spotty. But I'm gonna try to.
So like,
I do CS:GO. I can do Borderlands with some friends and stuff.
Do Fallout.
I can do Fallout 4. I mean, I have a lot of games. Trust me, there's no shortage.
So probably like the starting like December like 17th, 18th, from to whenever is probably when you're gonna start being like big on streaming again.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stream just as much as I can, because like it's really fun to just sit back and just be like, hey, open up the stream and talk to you guys.
Yeah. So just like what's your Twitch?
Twitch.tv /bot40. I might change the name because it's fucking stupid. Honestly, I made it when I was like 12.
Yeah.
So.
And then always they can find you at Bojangles99.
Yeah.
You can get to him from the channel.
Or you can add me on Steam. I think my name is like Shameless Plug, and then in parentheses I put my Twitch name.
Nice.
I'll be changing that too once the.
Yeah. So Seth, it was good having you on the show. It was nice to have a guest that didn't just kind of sit there the entire time like Manny.
Yeah.
Like several.
Yeah.
But it was good.
I still fucking hate that. Why call yourself several? Why not unusual or dolphins? But fucking several.
Yeah. So, it was good having you on the show. It really was.
It was.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
You're so much of a better co-host than John.
Thank you.
Oh shit! Shots fired.
One dinged.
R8, one R8'd.
I think that's pretty difficult. All right, so
After patch, yeah.
After patch.
after. All right.
Because it takes like fucking 5 seconds to fire that motherfucker.
All right, that's about all we have for now. We'll see you all when the next time we get the podcast out and everything, which will hopefully
be soon.
So, see you later, everybody.
Bye.